We now speak to the newly elected mayor of Mogale City, Lucky Sele. Mayor Sele, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Over the last 5 years, the Department of Water and Sanitation had given Mogale City 300 million rand to fix its water sewer problem. It is now facing a public health crisis as sewer effluent is flowing into public drinking water streams rather. What has been done with that money over the last 5 years? And I ask you this, not just as in your capacity as the new mayor, but prior to this, you were the Speaker of Council.
Good evening, Clive. Thank you for having me on the show today and an opportunity to speak to our residents in Mogale City and give an account of issues like the one that you are raising now. It is in fact true that over the past 8 years, over the past 8 financial years, we've been funded a sum of over 300 million by the Department of Water and Sanitation. And 150 million branches from a period between 2016 and 2021, which was the last political term of office. And in that political term, that money was used to facilitate 15 projects, and those projects were focused on provision of water to rural areas and ensuring that the people in Mogale City who reside in rural areas have standpipes connected to their homes. At that particular time, I assume that it was not a priority of the then administration to prioritize maintenance of the sewer pump station. Remember, this money that is funded to the municipality, it's a ring-fence funding. Before you use it, you need to get approval from the Department of Water and Sanitation. So there was lack of foresight from both ourselves as an institution and the department in terms of prioritizing that particular funding. And I'm not saying that project of providing water standpipes to various rural areas in Mogale City was not important. I'm only highlighting the fact that during that particular period of 2016 and 2021, none of that money was allocated to maintenance of sewer pump station. And the other 150 million accounts for our political term of office, the 2021, and now we're in 2024, 3 years into office, and we started to pick up complaints from the cradle that there is a challenge with affluent that is being discharged into rivers because of our sewer pump stations. And we looked into that particular matter. We started to submit building plans in terms of maintenance of our sewer pump stations, and 100 million was allocated to us to be able to ensure that we upgrade our sewer pump stations such as Philip Pullman and Percy Stewart, who are mostly contributing to this particular factor. We have
Given that status update you're giving me right now, perhaps to give the residents a reassurance of their water crisis they're facing now, which is a public health crisis, how long will it take for the water sewer problem to be solved?
The water sewer problem has received attention from the Department of Water and Sanitation, from the Office of the President, and we have submitted a multidisciplinary approach and program that will help us to resolve the problem in between 3 to 6 months. But obviously, they are not going to wait for 6 months in order to be changes. In the next 4 weeks, there'll be a lot of work done. There's a lot of procurement that has taken place to ensure that we have the necessary tools to deal with the sludge that blocks our pipes and so on, and improve the living conditions of our residents in Mogale City. So 6 months is the target.
Okay, 6 months. Just a last question. Mogale City has a revenue bottom line of 3.76 billion rand per year. It's not nearly enough for the crises that the infrastructure crisis and other service delivery crises that it faces. What's your plan in stabilizing the finances?
In terms of stabilizing our finances, we have to have prudent financial management and spend on matters that are a priority to an institution and not overburden our balance sheet with contracted services. For instance, we spend 60% of our budget on employees. So we should have the value for money in ensuring that our employees deliver services to our community before we rely on service providers. So I think it would be our responsibility as the new political administration to motivate our employees and to ensure that there's value for money in our residents, and to prioritize the needs and ensure that we spend the money where we are required to spend the money. Over and above that, we are looking at various business plans with the leadership, administrative leadership of the municipality, to come up with programs that will be funded by National Treasury, that will be funded by various departments from the national government, to ensure that we build enough programs to sustain our community.
Yeah, Mayor Sele, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time and all the best. That is Mayor Lucky Sele, the Mayor of Mogale City.